To begin the presentation, I would like to go over a brief agenda for this presentation on the Valve Corporation. I will be covering an introduction and company background, organizational structure, the stakeholders, systems and management practices, cultural intelligence, recommendations for the company going forward, and then a final recap are a part of today's agenda for this presentation. Now a brief introduction and background on Valve Corporation. Valve is an American digital distribution, publishing, and video game developing company that was founded in 1996 by Gabe Newell. He is a co-founder of the company and is the current CEO. Products include first-person shooter games, multiplayer video games, virtual reality software and gaming, and the Steam Deck portable gaming PC, according to the company's profile. Organizational structure. Valve is a flat structure organization, which means employees decide what to work on themselves. A flat structure is an organizational structure with minimal management and company employees have control since there is typically a short chain of command or hierarchy. Valve has eliminated middle management and simplified internal communication through this structure. The decision-making control is also shared, and employees are held accountable for their choices. However, there can be downsides to a flat structure, including difficulties for employees to specialize in specific roles, or employees feel that they are expected to work on several different projects or tasks, and since there is limited management, this can cause confusion, poor oversight, and even a lack of clear direction. For Valve, another disadvantage could be the lack of hierarchical organizational structure, and that has contributed to delays in project rollouts and delays in video games and their release date because employees might not want to work on certain projects, according to the company profile. Stakeholders. In terms of the stakeholders in the company, the current CEO, Gabe Newell, owns more than 50% of Valve, and this company is privately held. This means there are no public stocks or public investors. Valve employees are given the choice to join whatever project they want or to create a new one, and they are encouraged to work on what will have the highest direct influence on their customer base. Developers use distributed leadership instead of authority-based or top-down leadership, and teams share leader roles and duties based on responsibilities, knowledge, and concentrations. Systems and management practices. Valve Corporation utilizes a stacked ranking system where company employees intermittently give performance evaluations for their coworkers and salaries are adjusted appropriately. The team working on the same project ranks technical skills, productivity, team member abilities, and other metrics. With no formal human resources, current employees also are actively encouraged to participate and observe interviews to help determine if an applicant meets Valve standards. This is a company-wide system that helps to decide the distribution of funds for eventual team projects. Disputes appear to be addressed on a case-by-case basis within the company, and opportunities for improvement and support are all considered before an employee reaches termination. Cultural intelligence, or CQ. Cultural intelligence is the skill to connect and work efficiently in culturally diverse settings, and it is the competence to look beyond boundaries and adapt in multiple cultures. Valve promotes an environment with employee autonomy, better job satisfaction, and stronger team engagement and motivation. Self-managing employees might accomplish more and more efficiently if there is a strong cultural competence and active efforts to work with others in a diverse work environment. However, in flat organizations, it can be toxic when power is decentralized because of informal norms, both socially and culturally, that govern workplace culture. And when there is less management, CQ could also help with miscommunications that could arise from cultural differences in the workplace. Recommendations. In terms of recommendations for Valve Corporation, one could be that leadership should survey all company employees to see how they feel about a decentralized or flat leadership organizational structure. For example, it could be helpful to ask thorough questions about how employees would respond in various circumstances in that leadership structure, and employees could give feedback to company leaders on their thoughts and responses to those situations. The leadership perhaps could consider or rethink the structure and make changes as time goes on. Also, employees should have the tools needed to complete performance tasks, including posted job assignments, budget resources, and important documents on the company server. Lastly, offering opportunities for additional advanced professional development. For example, this could be assuming responsibility for a new project, taking a course to learn a new skill, or financial incentive for generating an effective new idea for the company. I would like to thank all of the company board members for listening to my presentation today as I present this information on the company and my recommendations for steps forward. In summary, a company structure can influence aspects ranging from how the organization functions to how well employees communicate with one another. A well-defined organizational structure might support employees working more efficiently, establishing the groundwork for internal operations, and building organizational transparency. Several factors, including the organization's size, objectives, goals, and the number of employees, could ultimately determine which type of structure best suits the organization. Once again, I would like to say thank you for listening to this presentation, and if there are questions or a need for additional information, please reach out to me. On this slide are my references for this presentation as follows. Thank you.